So if you think you have mold in your home or you're worried about mold in general, then you have arrived at the right video. I'm going to walk you through exactly how to test your home for mold step by step with my friend Ryan Blaser from testmyhome.com. Whether you want to test your home yourself or you want to hire an inspector, you will know by the end of this video exactly what you need to do and how to make sure that it's done in the right way. And if you're struggling with mold or someone you know is struggling, then have no fear. You now will be armed with the right information so that you can approach this situation in the most calm, cool, and collected way. And you can have certainty knowing that you know exactly what to do and how to proceed. So I met up with Ryan to suit up and go inspect a house that we know has mold in it.
So this is a Tyvek suit so that we don't get any mold spores on our clothes. Then we're gonna have a respirator that we're gonna use to protect our lungs. And then we got goggles that are going to protect our eyes.
On our clothes, what happens if that happens?
Well, if it gets on our clothes, then it gets in this, when I jump in my car to drive home, now it gets in my car, and then I go to my house, take off my clothes, and now it's in my house. So we're doing our outdoor sample as a background, because we always want to get a baseline of what do we got floating around outside. We want to compare that with what's inside, because they should be the same or less as what's outside. And so we have ABC type molds outside, we should see ABC type molds inside. If we see ABC plus XYZ molds, then we know that there's a source inside the house that's not coming from outside. Take a picture of the location of the outdoor sample and label it.
The first step is to do a visual inspection, and you're going to need two tools, a heat mapping tool and a moisture meter.
As you can see, it tells hot spots, cold spots. What we're looking for is cold spots, because if water is leaking and getting into the wall cavity, it's going to cool it down. We verify that with this actual meter. So there's little pins we can stick into the wall or the floor.
That's a moisture meter?
This is a moisture meter. So this is going to tell us temperature, and then this is going to tell us actual moisture.
The first place you want to start is around the perimeter of the home, and you want to take a look at the outside to see if there's anything that you can visually see that would indicate that that is where the potential source of water is coming from. That's where the leak is. That's where there might be the opportunity for water to get into the home.
We're looking for cracks. So right here, this is a water intrusion point. We can see that the grout has separated away from the wood. So every time that it rains, water is going to be getting into this crack right here. So what we do is want to look on the inside and see if we can see any kind of signs of water damage or any kind of mold growth. And it looks pretty good. We can see the line coming through here, so it's probably not getting into the wall. So we're probably fine, but these are the kind of things we're looking for. And so if you can look up here, we can see some of the tape is pulling away, some bulging right there. So if our air sample or something comes back positive in this area, then we know that might be a potential spot, because we have a crack, we have some water damage. That's the kind of stuff that we're looking for around the outside.
So once you've scoped out the outside, it's time to go in. And we want to go through the house with a fine-tooth comb. We want to look in every nook and every cranny and see where there might be a potential issue.
Okay, see it's wet here. So now that we have water, so we know there's some kind of a leak going on. We have water, we can also see mold. We've already found one spot, and we're only into the assessment 10 minutes. Okay, so we're just gonna keep going through with this process. Looks like we have stuff falling here, and then don't know what that is, but if we look up, we can see mold growth. Okay, so now all of a sudden we have two spots.
It's especially important that we give extra attention to anywhere in the home where there could be water. As an example, we want to look in, around, underneath the sinks, in all the bathrooms, around the toilet. We also want to look at the area by the washer and the dryer, and near the showers, around the showers. These are the places that usually have issues.
We got a little bit of water around the toilet, so we may have a little bit of a wax ring problem here. And also, we can see the tile. Look at that. We can see a little in the cracks there, a little mold there. So this area is going to be a suspect spot. We're going to take some samples in here. Again, here we got mold growing here, so it's our third spot where we have mold. So in here, it looks like we have some mold growth back up in there. So we're going to take some samples of this area here. Looks like we have water intrusion. Let's see if it's, oh yep, it's so saturated.
One place in particular that you can always check, and that I always recommend, is you can lift up the toilet tank bowl. There's a top on top of the tank. You lift it up, and if you just look at the top of the tank and on the inside of the tank, that will be a very good indication in a bathroom if you have a moisture or mold issue. Because what happens is that tank acts sort of like a petri dish. It's a very dark and damp place where if there's airborne mold in the bathroom, it will congregate inside of that tank on the toilet. And another place to give special attention to is in the vents. So ideally you have a screwdriver where you could unscrew the vent and pull it off. But normally when you do have a mold problem, you'll be able to see it on the grill of the vent. And then once you find something, you want to verify with heat mapping and the moisture meter if you have an active moisture problem. How bad is it?
Well, we are finding mold in, 4 locations already, and we've only been in the process 30 minutes, and we found 4 visible spots of mold. So I would say this home is pretty moldy.
Let's pause for just a second. Did you see that thing right there? That's a Jasper air scrubber, which is an industrial grade air purifier. If you're dealing with active mold exposure or you just want to have the healthiest environment possible, then this is the best machine that you can get. I've personally tested a bunch of air purifiers and the Jasper air scrubber always comes up on top. They even did a third-party test verifying that it was able to remove 100% of airborne mold spores in just 2 hours in a 500 square foot room at the highest fan speed. I personally have one in my bedroom and it's been an absolute game changer. It doesn't necessarily fix the mold problem. You have to get rid of the water leak and remediate the area, but it definitely lowers the burden of the mold spores on your body, which can buy you some time and protect your immune system. It has a massive steel reinforced carbon and HEPA filter, and it has an extremely sensitive sensor that picks up anything in the air. And when the particulate goes up, the fan speed automatically kicks up as well. It has a lifetime warranty, so if anything goes wrong, you'll be taken care of. And if you need more than one, they do bundle pricing. So if you get 2, it's an extra 10% off. If you buy 3, it's an extra 15% off. And if you buy 4, it's an extra 20% off. And on top of that, they gave me a special link and code that gives you the biggest discount that you can get on the internet. All you have to do is click the link down below and go check it out, apply the code, or you can scan this QR code right here and you can go pick yourself up a couple Jaspers. I really hope this helps you with your situation right now. And thanks to Jasper for making this content possible. There are 4 types of tests that help us build a really clear picture of what's going on in the home. And it's important to do all of them because they all have their own flaws and shortcomings. So when we aggregate all the data together, that's what helps us build that case that we eventually might need to use with a landlord or a builder or an insurance company in order to make sure that we can actually get things remediated or we can get out of the lease or whatever it is that we're trying to do. Test number 1 is an air sample, and you're going to want to test the air outside and inside, especially in the places where you suspect that there's a problem. Test number 2 is going to be a tape sample, where you actually put the tape on the active water damaged spot or where you suspect that there is mold. Number 3 is going to be a swab sample, where you're actually going to take Q-tip and just run it through the mold itself, and you put that into a little vial. And then number 4 is going to be the 𝘰𝐸, which is like a surface sample where you're wiping down and collecting dust throughout the house and the vents and all the different places where there's potential problems. And that's going to give you an indication of what type of mold is attaching to the dust that's settling. So we just wrapped up testing the house. Ryan, give us a quick recap of what just went down.
Yeah, so pretty much first step is we talked with the client. We kind of got a history of what's going on. She's not feeling well in the apartment. Health was fine, moved in. Now she's having problems. Said there was some water damage. So, we came up prepared, we suited up. First thing we did is went through the outside of the house looking for water intrusion points. Mold needs water to grow, so we're looking for water sources. Couldn't really identify anything from the outside, which was good. So then we went on the inside with our thermal imaging camera and our moisture meter looking for water spots. So we actually found some wet locations underneath the sink and above the cabinetry in the master bathroom and the ceiling. All of those places did have identifiable mold. The next step was to really go through the home with a good visual inspection and do the sampling at the locations that we found these water spots. So that's going to identify the sources, kind of confirm that yes, these are mold and what kind they are, because different types of mold, we want to treat them differently.
Now that you know exactly how to test your home for mold, if you want me to make a follow-up video that shows you how to break your lease and negotiate with your landlord, just comment the word landlord in the comment section down below. And if I get enough responses, then I'll make that follow-up video. And if you found value in this video, then I know you're going to like this video right here. So go ahead and watch that video and I'll see you in the next one. Take care and be well.